Hello, and welcome to Lookie Crafts. I'm Candace, and today's sign was created by Audrey of Windy Days. Thank you, Audrey. I love my little sign. I sure do. But I'm not crafting today, guys. I'm just having a little chat for anybody who's interested in what's going on. And I have decided I need to shut my door. I've got to get up and try to stay tethered. Okay. That worked. That worked. I got it shut. Got the door shut. So, my friend Willie has come over and he's on my... Went to get my medicine for me because it looks like it's going to rain. So, I thought I'd take this time to make a little video. Give you some updates. So, I ain't got much done in my room. I was putting some stuff on my shelves, and Willie came over and said he was talking about the shelf to his group or friends or something, and they wanted him to see a picture. So I said, well, that's awesome. I'll just take this little bit of stuff down. So I took all my stuff down, and he stood at the end. I got to take a picture, and, for him to have it on his phone so he could do some bragging with his friends. So I thought that might be, a little fun for him. Since he ain't never built nothing with wood, he's more of a, if your vacuum is broke, he'll fix it kind of guy, but not a wood person. So anyway, we've been going through what I call womansplaining versus mansplaining over myself. Apparently, men don't understand womansplaining. So, but I turn out to be right. So on my shelf on this end, I have, crossbars to hold up the flat piece. But I didn't realize that he didn't put them on the other end. So it goes. I got to put those crossbars on the other end, and I've added a bar to keep it from leaning forward and backwards. I had the side to side done, but now I got that crossbar to keep it from coming forward. I want to put all my embellishment boxes up on top, and so that I can see them every day. I look at them, I think they're beautiful, and they're really my favorite things, was those embellishment boxes. The outsides are decorated so beautiful. I mean, not to mention the goodies that are on the inside, that's awesome too. But, I love the outside decorations. So I want them to fit up there so that they will look nice. And I hope I have, yes, I have sound. So I have just rediscovered that there's a button on my microphone, earphones, that if I touch that button, I don't have no sound. And I'll be playing with plugs and turning stuff on and off. Anyways, I guess my son reminded me of that button. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta make sure I don't touch it. So back to myself. So I bought 2 extra 2x2s, and since I got a 4-level shelf instead of a 2-level shelf, I didn't have enough 2x2s. So darn. I gotta get more 2x2s. And probably I don't have a truck. Now the womansplaining versus mansplaining is getting crossbars underneath the flat shelf so that it doesn't sag. He thinks it won't sag. You don't understand how heavy paper can be. Paper can be heavy. But yeah, I don't know if I can order them already cut to the size I want, in which case I could get them in my truck. So I'm going to check on that and see what they say about that. Oh, I got that piece of paper there. And I don't know why everything is always crooked. Because I'm on a diagonal, y'all. That's why I'm always crooked. So I went to the Habitat Humanity resale store. And I found a table for $10, y'all. $10. And it was a wide table. And it was like 4 feet long and probably 3 feet wide. I mean, it was like it was huge. And I wanted it for my crafty room. Boy, that would give me plenty of table space to work for. And my son was going to get his friend to get his truck to go up there and get it. Now, the only way to get it in the house is to take it apart, right? So you have to take the metal frame off of the fake wooden part on top. But his friend couldn't come on Tuesday. He had to go out to visit his mama and mow her grass, do the good son thing, which I'm all for, but darn, I'm very disappointed. But anyway, I went back to that store to see if they still had it because, my son, next Tuesday, that's his day off, and he would get my table. He told me to go ahead and pay for it and see if they would hold it. Well, they wouldn't hold it. And for like 2 days. So I would have had to pay for Friday, Saturday, and Monday. And it would have been like an extra $30. I said, well, I ain't going to spend $30 to buy a $10 table. That didn't make no sense. But I really wanted the table. So I said, well, if it's still here on Monday, I'll buy it. And I talked to the woman. And I was walking around, and a dresser and mirror set they had I was interested in. Man, it was gone. I didn't get to get that. So I guess on Monday I will go see what they got and see if they got anything that I want to come in here and go to the table, to the crafty room to help me. Get back to crafting, making my videos and having workspace because I have all these little baskets, right? I keep them next to me. I keep my these little jars, I keep them next to me. They're just those little tubes. It's got a bunch of little bits in it. I also like to have my buckets handy and my pen holder and, just, the stuff that you keep near your craft area. Well, that I don't have room for on this desk. So they did have an L desk, but they wanted a lot of money for it, and I wasn't ever too impressed. And still, at that point, I would have to pay the extra storage fee. They did give me the number of somebody who makes deliveries for them, but still, if I have to, if I find something super great, I might call that number and get it delivered. But yeah, I really wanted that table though. But Willie kind of talked me out of it. I guess his mansplaining won that it would be too big for this room with my big shelf. So, I mean, it would be a tight squeeze, but boy, it was a good table and it was a good size. And I was like, well, if it didn't work in my crafting room, I could put it in the living room or something. I want to learn to quilt, and I was thinking that table would make a great quilting table. But, yeah, I ended up not getting it because I would have had to pay that extra money. And then I like to pay Mr. Friend, $20 for his gas and, for coming. I mean, I live like an hour away, maybe an hour and a half. So I don't like to cost him no money. So that on top of, buying that thing and paying storage, that was the reason that I didn't get it. I mean, I would have come out cheaper to go rent a U-Haul pickup. So, but anyway, uh, Willie was with me. Well, he just goes with me everywhere. I don't like to go nowhere alone, you know. Uh, so he's always over here. I think he's back. He went to get my medicine. He's either back or he ain't left. He's just sitting in the car. So anyway, I haven't started crafting anything, and cause I got to get my shelf finished. So I've decided I wanted two bottom supports per shelf. I got um, no, three. Three per shelf because it's divided into two shelves. So if I put something heavy up there, I don't want it to bow in the middle. So we're still having the issues on whether that's necessary or not. I think my shelf it should be the way I want it, whether it's necessary or not. But anyway, I've got to call to Home Depot and see if they can pre-cut me enough pieces to go under the bottom, plus the three pieces that didn't go on the sides, which that all should be the same size. So, and then my shelf will be finished. But not all of my investment boxes stand up on their own really good, and if I'm using that shelf all the time, they might knock over, and I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea that they might knock over. So I got a whole bunch of popsicle sticks somewhere, and I'm going to try to make some kind of thing that would make sure that they don't fall over or fall off. Me putting my stuff on it or taking it off or, digging. It's 24 inches wide, so I'm going to have to put stuff in the back and stuff in the front. That's a lot of talking to say my shelf ain't finished yet, and I may have showed it off a little too soon. But anyway, I was excited about my shelf. Uh, that was my story. That was it. Going to the resale shop and not getting the table that I wanted to get. While I was there, another couple was interested in it, and they did page me to come up there and see if I was serious about getting it or not. And I was serious about getting it, but I wasn't. I said, no, let those people have it. So they got it. And, I'm happy they got it. It was a good big table for $10. Anybody with enough room would have snatched that up. So they do have two other tables that are just alike in there, and one of them had $10 sticker on it. So uh, Willie thought that was $10. But if you looked at the little ticket that they tape on them, you tear one off and take it up there and say, I want to buy this, and they go back and get it. So they had two of those, but they were $35. So I'm thinking, well, if I can get a truck by next Tuesday, get Mitchell and his friend ironclad on Tuesday, then I might go up there and get one of those tables if they hadn't sold both of them. One of them has a little, like a ring on it, from like a glass or a cup or something. But, that's okay, I guess. I'm a crafter. Might get messy. Has a little drawer in front, like where you put your pencils, pens, and stuff. So that'll be a little handy. And it might have enough room to put my plastic shelves or something under there. beside me. So I'm not exactly sure how everything is going to turn out, but those tables were $35. Well, I could spend $35. I might get both of them. I mean, they were thinner. They wasn't as fat as the one that I wanted, and they're not as long as the one I wanted. But they seem really sturdy, and they look nice. So I'm bummed out about not getting the table that I wanted. It wasn't a fancy table or anything, but it was like an office table. Uh, but, without drawers or anything. It was just a table and legs, but it was wide. And, but yeah, I probably would have only had enough room to roll between myself and the desk. So maybe it was too wide. Anyway, I decided to listen to logic, and I didn't get it. So I'll have to try to get something else next Tuesday. But then my next problem will be is setting up my camera in the middle and getting it to be nice and sturdy. I mean, it works real good where it is now. See, I'm shaking the table and nothing's happening really because it's on hooked to the wall, and so it doesn't shake when I walk and stuff. So, as far as I can tell, it doesn't. So after all this time, I'm still a work in progress, y'all, but I haven't stopped thinking about it, and I haven't stopped working on getting the stuff that I need to make everything flow. So I'm gonna get there, and so that was it. I was just checking in, letting y'all know where I am and what I'm doing, and hope you wasn't too awful bored with just a chat video. And so I was letting y'all in to know what about that. I'm thinking on making a video for diabetics only. Only diabetics would be interested in. So I'm thinking about that. So if you do see a video that says diabetics and you're not interested in that, then don't watch that one. But I'm still thinking on it because my diabetic journey last year has been very successful and eventful. So I just thought I would try to share that, but I'm still thinking about it. Okay, really, this time. The last time, that was it. That's all. I just want to do a little personal check-in video and let y'all all know how I'm doing. I also wanted to, I guess, I wasn't yet. I have more to say. So I wanted to thank everybody who is commenting on my videos, and you ladies know who you are, and I know who you are too, and I really do appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, and read and try to answer your comments, and yeah, please keep doing that, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Finally, the end. Thank you for coming and spending this time with me. I really appreciate it, and do as little as have you to do, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye now.